Piracy 0. 1. That's what I like to see. No, 0.9, 0.2, 1.7, 3. Hey, Enigmatic Rose, how are you doing? And all of your viewers, of course. Hello, hello, hello. Copy the raid message. The admin cap is there to prevent you expanding freely to a huge slice of land without consolidating here to expand, right? The caterpillar people. Wait, the carabiners have xenocompatibility tech. That is simply horrifying looking. They made babies. Acid. Squidward. They just spawn, I suppose. The caravan. Yeah, I'm not sure what you're trying to say there. I tried to pass it, but it's a bit difficult. So I'm just trying to work out my trade stuff at the moment, because I'm having to get more and more ships in my caravan protection, or my trade protection rather, because I rely really heavily on trade. I'm currently earning 1,000 energy credits a month through trade. Like, we have a lot of it. And that's basically all that's going on at the moment. I'm also trying to get rid of my pacifist trait so I can join the Federation. Because this Federation seems to be the only ones doing anything, because they're right next to the Fanatic Purifiers. They have a war every now and then. And I'd kind of like to have a bit more stuff going on.
Research actualized.
Well, you did say I brought along a chat thing. I was like, okay, must be important. Exclusive retreat. Ooh. Ooh, planet modifier, plus 10% amenities and also trade value. Well, I think that we need the executive retreat. I mean, we need to look after the managers. We do, after all, have a lot of them. I think that's probably my favourite thing to come out of the corporations, is the business management nexus. Managers are really good. They're like super efficient. Okay, so we have enough minerals to build another thing. What do I want to build? Ross Prime is having significant population issues. We'll go and build another district then, buddy. Colin Prime's having the same thing, though not nearly to the same level. And Zach Prime is too, and Zach Prime was having stability issues, but not anymore. But I still think that you want to get some more housing.
Research actualized.
No worries, Fishy. Good luck with the studying. Sapient Combat AI. I can't see how this could possibly go wrong. Let's get the Sapient Combat AI. P.S. Can I please join your Federation now? I want to do this before the end game thing kicks off. And the other thing I'm doing is slowly but surely building up the number of branch offices I have. In fact, I can upgrade a bunch of them. I'm going to start... No, not that. That. Minerals. For the first time in this entire game, I'm short on minerals. This is really bizarre. Say hello to the contingency. Possibly. Probably. I don't think I've ever had any other endgame crisis. I've only ever had the contingency. Could upgrade the fleet a little bit more. Gang wars! A bitter feud has been brewing for months between two of the largest criminal organizations on Ross Prime, and it's now finally come to a head. Vicious fighting has erupted in the streets and alleys of the planet. It's rapidly spreading into residential areas. Our local security forces are doing what they can to contain the violence, but the sheer scale of the fighting has left them overwhelmed. So I don't think that this is actually related to the native crime. Gang wars have increased the amount of crime, but it's not through the actions here. I mean, part of the problem, I think, is the fact that Bandit Viking is, well, a bandit and a Viking. But then again, so is Donegan. Well, I guess Ross and Mike are just really big planets. Criminal jobs +3. I have 3 criminals. Do you produce anything? Nope, you're actually reducing the amount of trade value. Well, that's like the very antithesis to everything I like doing, so I think I'm going to fire that criminal sod and replace you with somebody better. So that's under leaders. Bandit Viking. Let's see if there's anyone who actually produces food suppliers. That's the main thing I want from you. No, but building cost and district cost will do fine. Let's choose the youngster, the young'un. This is going to be Saberbane. Right, Ross Prime. Saberbane. No idea if that's really going to make a difference, but we'll see. Or should I just fire you? I mean, yeah, you only have leader lifespan, you're not actually that good. You're only a level 3, you're still fairly new. Mordred must obtain food. Yeah, the problem here is my food production comes from this place. Wait, I can build exotic gas refineries? Did they destroy it? No, I already have one. It'd be really nice if it said somewhere how many of these things you can build. Those are generators, that's mining. Why can't I build a second one? Because the bubbling swamp, fine. But that's already maintaining one. Oh, this is the upgrade. No, it's not. This is the... Yeah, never mind, I'm getting confused. That's the converting stuff into another thing. Which isn't what I want. So I do just want more hydroponic farms here. Because Ross Prime is the heartland of my food production. I think I also want Nathaniel to get me some farming, and I thought I'd started that already, but apparently I hadn't. Get a bunch more of these going. See ya, Nick. See ya, Rose. This is what you get when you put all your eggs in one bread basket. Well, I think everything else is kind of sorting itself out. I mean, look at my money. It's skyrocketing right now.
Research actualized. Upscaling complete.
And I think I'm going to get the commercial forums first from now on.
Research actualized. Upscaling complete.
Although they are quite expensive, but I think I can afford it. Aha! We have the executive retreat. So, the first thing I'm going to do for Kelderland, before even choosing a new technology, is we're going to build the executive retreat. Oh, hang on, is that... Hang on. It is a building. Is it an upgrading for this? Nope. I'm not seeing it. Crime, minus 15%. Or more food. I'm going to go with the crime. I think that's going to be useful. And also cruiser build speed. Commerce megaplexes. That's not an upgrade of the megaplex. It's not an upgrade of the capital. What the hell is it? I'm not going crazy, am I? Oh, is it a luxury resident? No. That's housing and amenities, not that. It's got to be an upgrade of something. It's corporate building for offices. So it should be one of these. There it is. Executive retreat. You're right. So I get 10% more amenities. They get 5% more trade value. Which is good for me because that also increases the value of the amount of money I extract. Expensive though. Strategic resources. But this is the kind of thing I mean. Like plus 10% amenities. And I'm going to guess that's a stacking modifier. At that point I really won't need to use holovids anymore. I can just have commercial districts. Really expensive. Wow, I have 2,000. I have 1,400 exotic gases. I think we're doing okay with that production.
Upscaling complete.
So Jessica Prime, Research Labs, they can almost be upgraded. Also Ross Prime, didn't you? Yes, you've hit 50. 50 meant something. What can I do at 50? Oh, it just means you get a merchant. Nah, never mind. Meanwhile, you still don't really have the population to do any of the things I want you to do. You have a stability of 92%. That's kind of crazy. I mean, I still want you to do more commercial zones, but frankly, you don't have the population to support it. I should probably enact the population growth. That said, I am aware I am losing food right now. Food processing facilities. That could do with being upgraded, definitely. And we need to just make sure that we're still producing food districts where we can. Jackson Prime needs to do some blockage removal. Tropical Islands, 3 agriculture districts. Really? I never felt like my Tropico Islands could maintain that much food production.
Upscaling complete.
I guess it's just different varieties of food.
Upscaling complete.
Just warning, remember to set AI rights to follow that red tech you have there may cause the robot uprising. I don't actually have any robots. I haven't built any.
Research actualized.
Yeah, this is a really good mining place, and that is what I have been doing. You have sufficient. You could actually do with more housing, though. I think I've been saying that for a while. I'm at my energy limit. I need to build more branches, pronto. Fleet command, faction influence gain. You know, my factions being as popular as they are, let's do that. Also... Aha! You've hit 21%. So at that point, I can now embrace this faction. And they have been growing. Crikey. Right, well... Oh, that's not what I expected. It's got rid of Fanatic Xenophile and made me egalitarian instead of getting rid of Pacifist. Despite the fact that Fanatic Xenophile was a huge portion of my people, and this really wasn't. I guess I should have been suppressing them. Try that. Because I liked being Fanatic Xenophile. That was helpful. Actually, what you need the most is that. And now that I'm at the energy credits, you know what? I can just buy in food. Do that. And I'm also going to cancel the selling of alloys, because then I can use them to upgrade my trade fleets. There we go. You're not at full strength. You're not at full strength. You are. You are. And you are. Right, next thing, let's just do a quick double check to see how this is all doing. We do have a couple of reds. Piracy is still low. Not a problem. Bit of a problem for Zach. Ooh, we have piracy growth here. Going from not smart. Somewhat surprised that Nathaniel's not generating any. And I'm fairly sure that I don't have anything in not smart, so that is going to be another trade fleet. Okay, you're actually getting relatively close to all the population being in place. I'm going to build another city. I might get rid of one of the mines. Well, I don't need to, not until the district's done. What I meant to do... No, cancel that because we're still behind. What I meant to do was spend some of my resources on building buildings. Although the other thing I could do is make sure I have branches everywhere. Because now I have a lot of energy, I can do this. You have one. It would be nice if there was some kind of on-map indication. Loop is one. Vokan doesn't. Does now. Oh, and this costs influence as well, doesn't it? Oh well. Ragamba makes me loads of money. Now I'm running low on influence.
Upscaling complete.
Mostly because I'm switching ethics. I'm surprised there was no update saying, hey, you have switched from xenophilic to this.
Upscaling complete.
It's hurting the Hanseatic League a lot more than it's hurting the others. I think I need to stop you growing. And I'm going to promote you slightly. Because I still want the Xenophiles to be fanatic. But I want these guys gone. I'm done with pacifism. To get rid of pacifist, you need to embrace a militarist. You sure? Right, so Ben Magnus can stay in power. The only other one that has similar interests would be Donegan. I can't afford to re-elect you, so... He was re-elected, it's fine. I do wish there was a little bit more to elections than that. Whoa, Stephen. You've got, like, all of the things. You can level up as a settlement, which is awesome. You have got unemployment. You do need to upgrade stuff. And you have research labs. Sure. Let's get some more research labs here. Go ahead and get 2. And you also need housing, which is going to be another district. I'm 60 over my empire size again. I'm back up to 27% research penalties. There's the faction research gain. Resources from jobs plus 5%. Just straight up here, have some more resources. Okay then.
Upscaling complete.
Did those two random ships finish building it? Yes, they did. So you are TP6. Okay. And we're going to start Not Smart. Going into Muscaban, which is not even mine.
Research actualized.
Tech is done. Cruiser construction, that's cool. Durasteel armor. I like the sound of that. And a new tradition, which is going to mean that research upkeep is reduced. I think, I'm hoping that means they use less consumer goods. I've gone from 3, we'll need to keep an eye on that. 3 to 14. Okay, it wasn't amazing. But it's still one that we want to get eventually, because we're going to get these after. And that's more to do with surveying. And we honestly don't make much research from stations. Shifting to a new ethic. The fanatic ethic gets demoted to a non-fanatic if there is one. Otherwise the ethic with the lowest attraction will be removed. Shifting to an existing non-fanatic ethic. The existing fanatic ethic gets demoted to a non-fanatic if there is... You just copy and pasted the same thing 3 times. Oh, no you haven't. Shifting to an opposite ethic, the ethic opposing the new one gets removed. Fanatic, then your other existing ethic becomes fanatic. Shifting to a new ethic. The fanatic ethic gets demoted to non-fanatic if there is one. Okay, that's what happened. Shifting to an existing non-fanatic ethic. The existing fanatic ethic gets demoted to a non-fanatic if there is one, otherwise the ethic with the lowest attraction will be removed. Which is what I was hoping would happen. And it has not. Not yet, anyway. But we're shifting away from that and increasing that, so I think that is what I need to be doing. It makes logical sense to me anyway. And we have minerals once more, so it is time to build up some of the branches. Where are the branches? Scroll, 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 scroll. There they are. Tracky would be the better one. And as I said, I'm going to start doing the commercial forums first. Uklop can build... Oh, you would have been an amazing one. 39? Hello! It's 3 months away. It's not going to take that long. Okay. Alright, so the patrol fleet has almost arrived, and then we'll set them to patrolling. How much piracy was there? 15. Yeah, it should be plenty. I do like the fact that having this much trade value is forcing me to use ships to protect that trade. So it means that that full naval capacity is not ever going to be just in one massive doom stack. Unless you have no trade, in which case you're losing out, because trade's kind of awesome. I'm back up to the limit again. So it is at this point where I could definitely start buying in rare materials if I needed to. So I could get some more rare crystals, and I think I shall... Actually, shall I? Yes, because their jobs have almost finished. Although what they need is housing. Let's get the housing first. Otherwise we're not going to get the growth. Jessica Prime has housing already. You're actually kind of running out of job spaces, which is good. So all the planets that I was waiting to grow into the proper sizes has basically happened. Like, my population growth is so through the roof that this is really good. Anyway, I think I'm going to end this stream right here. Went on a little bit longer because that raid happened, but I will be back in an hour. So thank you everyone for watching. I do hope you've enjoyed this. If you have, be sure to hit that follow button so you get notifications when I'm live again in the future, which, like I said, is in an hour. So I'll be starting that at 10:30 this evening, not 10, because I'm really hungry. If you want to support the channel and you're enjoying what I am doing here, then please do consider checking out Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/MordredViking. The other, whoops, I can't spell. The other place, of course, is you can subscribe here on Twitch. Either way is super helpful. I do have a YouTube channel where this series will be uploaded once the current one has finished. I think that one finishes tomorrow. So that's going to be after that. If you've missed anything that's happened here. And then finally, I also have a Discord, which is where I hang out. So it's where the community hangs out. They're a cool bunch. They know an awful lot about games. And it would be lovely to see some new faces there. So come join us. Talk about games. Right. Anyway, that's it from me for now. I'll catch you guys in an hour. 10:30 this evening, not 10. See you then.